everyone, so today I wanted to show you two colors and show you how I have mixed them. One is this Moody green and the other one is kind of reminiscent of Lunar Blue. Let me just find it on a swatch. So here's the Lunar Blue, and this one has quite a bit more of a cool tone blue in there, whereas mine has a warm tone, if you can see. So if I flip quickly back and forth, you can see the difference. But it has a very similar quality, and to be honest with you, I love my version a lot more than the Lunar Blue. I love the quality of the Lunar Blue, so the pigment separation and the heavy granulation, but I don't like this sort of tone of a blue, if that makes sense. So mine is more of a turquoisey. Now I'll show you how I've done that, and I will probably start with I'll start with this color, then I move on to the green. The green I tried to mix up here, and I was heading for this type of a color, but yeah, didn't work out. And for the first one, what I got was this one. So what I was trying to do here is I thought to mix up a half pan of a moody green kind of granulating color, and for that I decided to go with a hooker's green. There is a video where I'm showing how to mix this color. It ended up looking very similar to Green Apatite Genuine, so if you want to try giving it a go, I will link up a card there which features how I have mixed this color as well as this, which is very reminiscent to Serpentine Genuine. This was very difficult to remix again to the exact quality. If I show you on the swatches right here next to each other, you could easily say that's exactly the same thing. I mean, I'll bring it even up closer. I don't know how it looks, but it looks different on camera, but in real life it's identical. So there you go. I mean, you would not, I don't think you would be able to tell apart if they were, like, you know, swatched next to each other. So, but this exact version, to get it again, it was near impossible. I tried and tried and tried, and in the end I couldn't get exact same thing here. I'll show you quickly. Where was it? Yeah, so I had my play around here, and you can see maybe so this was the original thing, and couldn't get very close to it or exact the same. There are some swatches that are close-ish, but the Green Apatite Genuine, I could get it fairly close to that. So have a look in the video if you fancy. So yeah, today we will look at that. So basically here then I decided to just include kind of two colors and go for it. Here I used some granulation medium and things like that, and it was more complicated to mix up. But I found a version or a faster way of mixing up a color which I really like. So there are again different varieties you can do. So let's play and have a bit of fun. So first of all, let's start with this color. I would call it a muted turquoise. You know, like, it's super granulating. So muted turquoise. How did I do that? For that you will need two colors, or that's what I use for my autumn palette. By the way, there is a video where I explain every single color, swatch it out. If you love swatching videos, then head over and have a look. Actually, I'll try to link it up here for you. And yeah, and I also shared my favorite mixes as well and how I did those, and like pretty pinks and stuff, which you can't see on the other side of the sketchbook right here. Okay, so let's use this side of the page today, And I'm going to grab the lid. By the way, this palette came from Geraldine. I was watching one of her videos where she was using it, and I said, where did you get it? Because it's so pretty. I was looking for exact same size and I couldn't find anywhere. And she said, oh, that's fine, I can send it to you. And I was like, okay. So that was very nice. She sent this palette to me, and I sent her some goodies from my shop, so that was all sweet. Okay, so the two colors for that, as some of you might have already guessed, is basically Daniel Smith Mars Black and Schmincke Mars Black and Schmincke Cobalt Turquoise. So those two colors make that beautiful moody green. Very simple, very easy. It's very useful to have Mars Black in your palette because you can quickly create a lot of moody granulating colors. So it's perfect for the autumn because it mutes things down. It's exactly what we want. So I'm gonna get quite a generous amount of this color into here. And now I'm going to get a bit of this color in here. And so to start off with, we'll have, you know, quite a dark color. So every time now I'm going to load my brush with a bit of this color. And the granulation should start coming through. This still has a bit more of that grey. A bit more of the turquoise. It's fine if the colors are fairly similar because you want to see a nice range of them, and even if they're just a little tone different, that's still good. So there we go. So I'm going to start loading a bit more of that turquoise in there. As the colors will start drying, the granulation should come through a bit more. I think here it's now starting to look very much like Daniel Smith Sleeping Beauty, which costs a ton of money, and I said I would never buy that. It's just ridiculous how expensive it is. So we're now kind of getting more closer to the turquoise. I'm just going to swatch out the actual turquoise right next to it, like that. And now I want to try a couple more darker versions, so I'm going to go back into this. Oh, I had a little drop into the color here, which is not something I want because it was a perfect swatch. But anyway, it is what it is. And I'm going to go even deeper into the black. So let it dry and then we'll have a look at it, but it's very, very pretty. And I mean, yeah, it's gorgeous. And then I would do the same thing for the green, the moody green. I'm going to start with the Mars Black, quite generous amount in there. A bit of water. And then I took the olive green, which is this one here by Daniel Smith. To begin with, I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of it. Let's just swatch it here again. Alright, just stuck my finger now here. And then let's add a tiny little bit more. So at the minute you can't really see that much of the green. So I'm going to continue adding bit by bit. But you can see how moody it is and just perfect for the autumnal palette. So we're not going to get a too wide range here. So I'm just going to add one more and that would be enough. And this is very close now to the actual color, so I'm going to swatch the actual color on its own. And now, just for extra bit of fun, I'm going to add a bit of green gold, which is a lot brighter. So we're going to have a different hue. Going to add one more brush load. And then just swatch it on its own. And then to that, I would start adding a bit more of the black again. See what happens. Actually, I'm going to add a tiny bit more of that green gold. And then back into Mars black. Now that's beautiful. And obviously the more of the Mars black you add, the more of the granulation will start coming through. Let's do one more. I bet you're thinking you should get this Mars black if you don't have it in your palette. It is super useful color. Okay. So these are like the darker spectrum of the color. These are more the olive sort of colors and hues. Here I'm a bit more punch of a color, so if you want to lift it and give it a bit more luminosity, add something like the leaf green, or for my palette I would do that, or the green gold. It adds beautiful luminosity. And that is it. So let me show you a nice little close-up. Okay, so I'm just going to lift it and show you the beautiful granulation of these two colors. So I love this end of the spectrum here as well. How beautiful is this muddy, moody, textured green. It's like a frog skin or something. But it's beautiful. Texture comes through, and the more it dries, the more it granulates with Mars black. So you can see here beautiful little speckles of turquoise coming through, and yeah, so this is very, very close in the middle here, where it's sort of dulled down turquoise, kind of grayish turquoise. These are very much reminiscent of the Sleeping Beauty. In fact, let me get my dot card and show you right next to it. Okay, so this is a bit of an investment to begin with, but it is such a good way of keeping a track of all the colors and seeing what you already have and what you might want to have. So here's Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine, and I'll just kind of, actually, yeah, I was thinking more this way, but it's actually here. These sort of two colors are very, a little bit of that, but more these two, yeah. You can see they're very, very close. And then there's the Cobalt Turquoise, which is more on the gray kind of side, so that would be very reminiscent to Cobalt Turquoise. So again, having a Mars Black in your collection means that you can create such a beautiful range of colors without buying the very expensive. I mean, one tube of that Sleeping Beauty would set you off, I don't know, how much is it in dollars? $30 or something, I heard. It's something crazy. I would never invest that much money. Having said that, I think my most expensive color from Daniel Smith is Sodalite Genuine, and that's a color very difficult to mix, in fact, and it was also quite expensive. I don't remember, about £18 or something I paid for a 50ml tube, something like that. So here it is. So it's quite precious to me. I'm using it slowly, but it is beautiful, stunning color. So these are now almost dry, and look at that beautiful granulation. Isn't that just stunning? Just right here. Beautiful. Okay, so I hope you found this somewhat useful. Thanks for watching and see you soon.